My name is LaZann Allen, and I'm from Rapid City, South Dakota. My husband and I had been hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. We've always been really healthy and active, and we had started this in March of 2014. And we had hiked about 300 miles, and I flew home. And after the flight home, I noticed I was having pain in the back of my thighs, and it was an unusual pain, but I thought, this is just from too much sitting after all the hiking. So I didn't think anything of it. And in May, we went back to the trail and hiked another 6 weeks and 500 miles. But during that time, I noticed that I began to have numbness in my toes. And then pretty soon I was having pain in my hip flexors. And as the time went on, it became so much that the pain was so much that I needed to leave the trail. I began to feel like my body was just stiffening up. I was getting pain in my shoulders and my neck, and it became really difficult to dress and take a shower, and I would wake up in the night with pain in my hip flexors and legs. And so I began to see doctors, and I saw orthopedic doctors, rheumatology, infectious disease, neurology, and they were giving me all these opinions, but it didn't seem like nothing was really answering, what was causing this pain. My symptoms were so not typical. I did have people ask me, for the typical symptoms, do you have jaw pain? Does the top of your head hurt? Have you had terrible headaches? None of that did I have. And it wasn't until, almost a year into this, did I start to have some of these more typical symptoms. We weren't sure that we could get into a protocol, but my husband looked online and found the place where you can apply to be in a study, and we were hoping that we might have a chance like that, and he did write an inquiry and a request to be in a study. 6 weeks later, I received an email inviting me to be a part of Dr. Bilakova's study for multiple sclerosis, and I was invited to come out in May of 2015. She did the whole workup for neurology, but was beginning to feel that this was not something neurological, but that it might be giant cell arteritis. And she brought in Dr. Grayson from the vascular program, and he evaluated me and said, even though many of your symptoms are not typical, there are enough symptoms to make me think that this is giant cell arteritis. So right away, I was enrolled in his program, the Natural History of Vasculitis, and they were able to get me into scans and biopsy right away, and it confirmed his diagnosis of giant cell arteritis. This past year, I've been on a tapering regime with prednisone and methotrexate, and the dosage has gone up or down according to my lab works. And as the prednisone has been tapering down, Dr. Grayson is considering putting me on a different drug so that I can completely come off of the prednisone. And I just feel that I have received just such excellent care here that I really have a lot more peace of mind about going through this journey. I haven't gone back to work yet because a full day is often too much. However, many of my normal activities I'm able to carry out just fine. I'm not able to run yet, but I still have hopes to get back to that trail. Mostly I feel like my life is getting back to normal again. It has been a huge blessing to me just to know what is my condition, and to know that the people guiding my treatment are experts in this field, and I have a lot more confidence that this journey is taking the right path and that it will end well. I would just say to someone who is experiencing pain that's undiagnosed, don't give up. NIH is all about finding answers. That's what I found out. Here, NIH, one of the nurses told me, she goes, we may not find what you have right away, but we will keep looking. And that was huge to me, to hear somebody say, we will keep looking.